Good morning to you, my tardy senpais. You say you're not late? Well, clearly you are because the bell has already rang. It seems your efforts to be the best senpai for your precious kohai are all in vain now. Punishment time is unavoidable.
You're late.
I'll be the judge of that. I was not feeling up to a lecture today. I'll expect you to make it up to me later, senpais.
Just in time. Please, take your seats.
Today's subject is the Crimson Moon.
Today we're going to be discussing the moon cell in all of its, glory.
Oh, you're familiar with the moon cell, PT?
Yeah, I might know a thing or two.
Well, this'll be an informative lesson then.
Try to keep your fingers crossed.
The existence of the moon cell is one of its strange and unique characteristics. The moon cell is made up of photonic crystals, a microscopic structure that affects the motion of photons in much the same way that a nozzle would control the flow of water from a hose.
According to radioactive carbon dating, it is estimated to be about 4.6 billion years old, which is about 100 million years before our Earth, and it's made up of some of the purest and oldest photonic crystals. This actually has the benefit of near infinite storage of data, and the moon cell automaton has been recording our world since its very inception. So yeah, you've been watched ever since you were born, and even beyond that. Isn't that crazy?
Much like the root in our previous lessons, but rather than a place for souls to exit and return to, the moon cell is more of a giant database.
There's a large vein with an extremely large crack about several kilometers wide going through the moon itself. The diameter of each crystal ranges to about 30 kilometers. It seems, aside from the crust of the moon itself, the rest is actually pure crystal, which is honestly pretty cool.
Discovered by Atlas. Because we're just that awesome.
Well, it was eventually claimed by the Western European conglomerate as their own property. Because, you know, that's how that works, right?
Without our approval, I might add?
Mage politics. Anyways, the Haraway family wanted control over the moon cell in order to further their own power and control over society. Will they actually succeed? No one can really say for sure. And even if I did know, I wouldn't tell you. It's spoilers. Why would I tell you? In any case, I know you guys are probably wondering how this thing works. Well, the proper way to make use of this quantum supercomputer is actually from the inside. Weird, right? Hey, get used to it. That's what this world is all about.
According to the researcher Twice H. Peaceman, who occasionally brought me coffee and was a great idea board, by the way, the moon cell's core is made up of the purest type of crystal and can act like the one used in holography to record media. The system itself is linked to every computer in the world as well, and within 2 seconds of contact can bypass any and all security, making protection programs essentially moot.
However, access can only be done from within the moon cell itself, as stated earlier. This resulted in people using backdoors to try to hack themselves into the moon cell. Spirit hackers is a term commonly associated with them.
Once inside, they come into contact with the serial phantasm, more commonly known as Seraph, but also known as the Photonic Abyss or the Angelica Cage. This is an artificial environment within the moon cell. It is here that it conducts its own version of Holy Grail Wars. Using its database, it can create servants for use by Spirit Hacker that it has deemed worthy of the status role of Master.
And once enough masters have been decided, usually about 256, the moon cell is sealed and none may leave until only one master remains. Sound familiar? In addition to this, to replicate normal life, or what constitutes as normal life during these wars, Seraph will oftentimes create NPCs to fill basic roles in addition to servants for fighting.
All servants, however, have a primary code installed by the moon cell to protect its very core from harm, even if it means violating their pact with the Master. The most impressive part is that anywhere masters travel within the moon cell are in fact not real at all. Every landscape that you see in there is actually a reality marble.
I'm sure you guys have heard the saying before, but there are two sides to every story, and the moon cell is no exception.
Next class, we'll be discussing more about the moon cell and looking at it from another angle and exploring possibly deeper into the very core. Class dismissed.
Yeah, we're done here. Everybody, get out.
Rather informative, wouldn't you say, senpais? Your lovely Kohai has allowed you this one lesson to prepare you for the coming days. We wouldn't want you to break too soon now, would we? Be sure not to disappoint me now.
Thank you for watching the video, Senpai. If you liked it, please leave a like or a comment. Subscribe if you want to see more, and make sure to ring the bell to be notified when we upload next. Special thanks to our sponsors and Patreons, and especially
Admin B, Albireo,
Black Knight 21,
Dcaf,
DevenLuca,
Dragonaith1512, Freddy777,
Lucky Number 5,
LuminarGaming, navycherub, Outlaw,
ProjectXion, Ravenleaf 182,
Saiphas, Sandy Time, Spartan X425, Tristan Corey,
YasashiiFuyu, Zamian 347, and NelCelestine. You masters are truly wonderful. Now good luck and fight hard!